Fan, Stan, Ban.
Okay.
Alrighty, welcome back. I am so freaking excited to talk about this album. It is Gracie Abrams Minor. And it is an album that I feel like has grown with me so much throughout the last 8 months now. I feel like it was like an album. It's an EP, right? It's an EP. Are we saying?
We were discussing that. We weren't, I'm not sure. I feel like it's an EP.
I guess.
Because it's
It's
only
7 songs, though, which I feel like is a little bit of a long EP.
Yeah. It's teetering.
Okay, so I'm gonna call it an album. It might be an EP. Regardless, it is a album that I feel like I discovered like through singles. Like I'd hear one song and I'd be like, oh my gosh, this song's so good. And I'd be obsessed with it. And then a few months later, I discovered another song and be like, oh my gosh, this song's so good. What the heck? And then I discovered they were all on the same album. And then I listened to it and I freaking love it so much. It is like my sad girl hours, cry in the car, listen to. It is raining here today and it is just like the perfect mood for me for this energy we are in.
Yes. It's too good. This album is so good.
It is a great first release, I think.
Good for her. Good for her.
That being said, do you want to jump into Fancy and Ban?
Yeah. I'll start with my fan. My fan is Teehee.
Oh.
I know, which I was going back and forth with my fan because I was like, every song on here I adore. Like my stan was really easy for me, but my fan was difficult. And so I just came down to looking up the lyrics, and the concept of Teehee is just like really emo. And I think I liked it. How she goes through the whole thing of her basically wanting to make something work so badly, but holding on and knowing it's not going to. I'm like, that is so sad, but so funny she named it Teehee. I'm like, I love to do that. I'll be upset, but I'm like, Teehee, like just slap it on there. So that's my fan.
It's like
and kind of
smiley face.
Maybe it's because her album's like mostly sad, but like I like the fact that this song to me, like it feels upbeat.
It does. I think that's why it works so well.
Yeah, which is like funny because again, when you read the lyrics, you're like, this is not upbeat in the slightest bit. I'm like, I like that.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's my fan.
Should I go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like to preface, by the end of it, I liked this. Okay. I felt like at first, have you ever seen the SNL skit with like Kate McKinnon and there's like the alien abduction?
No.
Okay, well she's like, there's 3 of them, they've all been abducted by aliens. 2 of them are like, I saw God. Kate McKinnon is like, I was thrown naked onto the roof of an Arby's. And I feel like
like this album was?
I feel like I had a little bit of a Kate McKinnon experience with this, but then it grew on me.
Okay.
Just because I'm just not a whisper pop like person.
Mm-hmm.
I always appreciate it. That's the thing. It's like I like Billie Eilish, but I don't engage with it. Like I feel like I respect her for what she is.
I wouldn't say this is Billie Eilish.
It just to me falls into like that and like Lennon Stella vibes of like,
okay,
I like it. I think I'm a little too chaotic for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's too chill. But but then I had my moments. Then it like I feel like I listened to it once and I was like, okay. So my fan is Friend, which I think is a cliche.
Wait, that's mine, and I'm so shocked that is yours. I can't even believe that is your fan.
Well, I can't tell you at all what it's about.
That's okay.
But I like this. I like the melody of it, and it's the one that kept getting stuck in my head. And that's why I went with it, because I was like, I can remember. And that's the thing that I feel like always happens. This is a similar parallel discussion to the Haim thing, and it's just like the difference of like, to me, music like this always blends together. Mm-hmm. But I can remember this one. So it means that I like it, you know?
Yeah.
Well, to put it in a little context, this was the first song that I discovered of hers over the summer. And it's like basically about the fact where like, and I agree with this, is like, I don't get how people like after they're in a relationship are like, oh my gosh, we're such good friends. Like, like then why'd you stop dating for the most part? Like if you still want to be BFFs with them, it just, I get there's certain situations, but I feel like there's too many times where people are like, oh, we're working on being friends. And like this song's like, why do you think I'd be your friend? Like I hate that I still care. It's funny that you think we talk again. Why would I be your friend? Like, and I like it. It hits the vibe. I'm surprised at all that Sam would pick that one because I feel like usually Sam would be like, no, it's mean. But I like
No, I like the vibe.
it is. I don't know. I love that song. It's so good. And it hits when you're just like, oh, why would I ever be your friend again? And it's so
I
true.
like it being the first one. It's like it's a good starting. It's like starting with the middle finger.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that.
And
if you hurt my feelings, I don't want to be friends with you. I'll forgive you. I'll move on.
Yeah.
But I don't need you.
No.
Kind of powerful.
It is. So that was my fan too. Wow, Sam and I are somehow on the same page.
Yeah, I have a feeling for Stan. I don't know about you, Sam. I know Jacqueline and I'm pretty sure are gonna have the same Stan. But I'm curious if Sam.
I don't think we're gonna have the same Stan.
You
I
don't.
Way to go.
And there's a reason why I have a difference.
This is gonna be so.
I
My
think
Stan.
Sam's gonna have the same Stan as you.
Okay, well, my Stan is 21.
Yes.
I bickered back and forth between if my fan was going to be 21 or friend. And the only reason I chose friend was because I knew Lexi was going to talk about 21. And so that's why I didn't mention it.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's one of the best songs ever. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm going through a phase with it or. But
it's been for a few months.
It's been for a while. Like one of my friends made me a playlist and she put this song on there. And I was like, I just remember kind of being like, what's this? Like, this is interesting. Like, and every time I get in the car still, I'll play it. I'm like, it's just so good.
I liked it a lot. To me, I liked it because it literally sounds like it should have been on Pure Hair. Like it should have been on the First Lord album. That is the energy, the production, which I just realized Joe Little produced it, and that's who did all of the First Lord album. So it makes sense, and I'm not mad about that. That's amazing that Joe Little can work with someone other than Lord and they get this and not me. But I really like it a lot. Yeah. It was the standout one for me.
Yeah.
Is it your Stan?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is, Sam, do you remember? Lexi sent me this song when we were living in New York. And she goes, I heard this song and I think you're going to just really like it. And she sent it to me. And it was at a time where I did not need to hear this song. And I literally called her back and I was like, bro, did you want to just destroy me today? Like,
I'm sorry.
did you wake up and choose violence? I don't know.
Sometimes.
It's so good though. But it also is. No, it's not my Stan. But it could be. Like that's the thing with this album is like I feel like I've gone through such like phases with each song that like I understand them so deeply at this point that I'm like very passionate about it. But it's so good. Even like when it's the fact that where she goes, you'd be the love of my life when I was young.
Yes.
It's so good.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautifully written.
It's so good.
Wow.
My Stan was I Miss You, I'm Sorry.
I was gonna say, I almost was like, I'm shocked that's not your fan. That makes so much more
My
sense.
Stan. What?
I said she was saving it.
I was saving it. And the reason why this is my Stan is because the first time I heard this song, I was driving on the freeway. And I don't know what the song caused in me, but I legitimately was driving and could not see past my tears by the end of it. I don't know why. When it gets to the part where it's like there's like multiple sounds going at the same time, if you blast it in your car while driving like the slightest bit like emotional, like it will wreck you. It's so good. Like I love the production of it so much. It like encapsulates what I love in music. I just love when like there's multiple things happening at once and it feels a little chaotic and overwhelming. It's so good. And it's so good because it is like, when I read like the title, I was like, I miss you, I'm sorry. Like, really? Is this, I don't know. It didn't initially feel to me like what I would like in a song, but she's so like aware of like a toxic situation, but she's like, at the end of the day, like I do slightly miss this, even though it's like not good. Like I miss fighting in your old apartment. And it's like, yeah, like sometimes you have those moments where you're like, yeah, that's not like good to miss this, but like maybe I do a little.
It's like, gosh, Taylor Swift, she comes up in every conversation, I swear. She's just too good.
She's good.
In The Way I Loved You, when she's like, I'm
Oh
so
my God.
happy, but like I miss screaming and fighting in the rain. I'm like, you're so right.
You're singing it. Yep.
That was, you literally took, I was scrolling very quickly to try and find exactly nothing happened in the way I wanted. Every corner in this house is haunted, and I know you said we're not talking, but I miss you, I'm sorry. Oh, it's so good. Because to me, the song feels like it starts very quiet and it feels like you can feel her spinning out of control. And like, I don't know if anyone else has kind of felt like their life sometimes like it's spinning out of control a little. You're like, dang, nothing's happening and I just want to like pull it back. Oh, it's so good.
It is, yeah. Good pick. I'm curious to hear Sam's ban.
Me too.
I'm scared. Minor.
That's
Okay.
mine.
That was almost my ban.
Like, I just really don't like it.
I have to give a special shout out to the fact she references Glendale and like she can't drive there. Like, as growing up in LA, like that is far, and like that is a very valid excuse, and like I felt the song like in a giggly way.
I don't like the talking. The thing that almost saved it for me was the like when she talks about her dad, because I like to think, that's why earlier today I texted John. I was like, is J.J. Abrams her dad? I like to think about the J.J. Abrams cameo in the song, but otherwise I do not like the song, which feels controversial because it's the name of the EP thing. It made me feel weird banning it because I'm like, well, then this doesn't.
Yeah.
It's like banning speed. It's like banning Red. Like you just like, it's banning Fine Line. Like how am I? Is that wrong of me to do? But it doesn't do it.
That was
like the whisper.
I don't like the whisper.
No. That was to me. I if I had to figure out why to ban something, I was just like, I don't like the whisper, so I'm just gonna ban this. But like, I also do acknowledge it's like an LA kid. I felt that deep.
Well, Anne, okay, maybe you can help me. I just don't understand. I rarely don't understand a song. I don't understand why is she, the spelling out, I don't understand what's happening. What I couldn't figure out is, was she trying to play on the, like, because at first when the chorus starts, it sounds like she's saying, am I? Like, is she playing on the fact that am I sounds like am I? Like, I thought what was happening is she was like, am I N-O-R? And I was like, what? And then I was like, oh, M-I-N-O-R. But then I was like, wait, but does she mean am I N-O-R? But then I still was like, I don't know what that means.
Now I feel like I need to listen to this again.
But am I, when she starts spelling,
it
sounds like she's saying like, am I Nor?
Am I Nor?
And so then I'm like on the internet and I was like, what does N-O-R stand for? And it wasn't getting anywhere.
It was me trying to figure out what F-U-B-T stood for.
Right.
I get that.
Yeah.
So interesting. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I ended up banning Under Over.
No!
It was just the other one besides Minor, where I felt, I don't know, Minor every once in a while gets stuck in my head, and not because it's like my favorite, but it's something about it's just like kind of catchy. But I don't know, I couldn't really tell you what Under Over is about. And so I just think other songs are much better, but it was definitely between Minor and Under Over.
The part in Under Over where she says, I'm not chasing feelings that I don't understand. I'm underwater, but I'm over you. I feel like that is a very like relatable thing where you're like, I'm over this person, but I'm still drowning under the situation. And I feel like so often if like you're drowning in a situation, people think it's because of a person. And I feel like that encapsulated the thing where you're like, I'm drowning in this situation, but I know I'm very much over the person who's causing this situation. It's just the situation itself. And to me, that's what I got from it. I don't know if that's what it was, but I also just really loved where she said, I'm not chasing feelings I don't understand. I was just like, that's beautiful. It's just so like to the point. And I'm like, yeah, makes sense. I appreciate it. Like, it shouldn't be like a groundbreaking thing to say, but like, it felt like it kind of was. Like, I was like, yeah. Why would you chase feelings you don't understand? I don't want to.
No. I don't know. I just feel like I don't connect to it that much.
I felt like it was interesting, and I wondered if she did it on purpose to go from 21, the Superior song that like hinges a lot on the word under, to then go into a song that I didn't feel like was as good and also is all built around under.
Interesting.
I don't know. I just felt I liked the parallel there, but then I was like, well, that just makes me like 21 more.
Okay, yeah, and maybe that's part of it too, is that it follows 21. Well, overall, an incredible album or EP.
Overall, it is an emotional journey of an album.